Yo, what's up, team? Welcome back to J3 Entertainment, where you're about to get that true, honest, fair movie review experience.
It's time to go to the island, y'all.
And yes. I'm glad we finally made it back there.
Facts.
What are we reviewing today?
Jurassic World Rebirth.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's talk about it.
Open the doors. Man, the trailers were lit, bro.
They were.
Trailers were lit. Had so much fun with those. It gave us this sense of hope and rebirth.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Are we gonna get the book this time,
bro?
I wonder.
Are we escaping this?
Right?
Hey, Blue. Hey, you put your hand up.
Hilarious.
You can tell a velociraptor do whatever you want.
Crazy.
Now I wonder if Samuel Jackson tried that in part 1 in Jurassic Park. Hold on now. Hold on. Please.
That was Mr. Arnold.
You know what I mean?
Yo, I want to see that deleted scene.
Bro, they sent it to a new world of rebirth where they say, hey, you cannot no longer outrun a T-Rex in high heels.
Hey, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Because we saw it.
We saw that happen.
We saw it, bro.
We saw you, Bryce.
It happened.
We saw you.
It happened. Trust me, I saw you, Bryce. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny, dude.
Where you can become a pilot and just... Anyway, they said we're going back. Rebirth.
Yep.
Change the game.
That's what they said. Yep.
I can't wait to talk about this movie, bro.
Facts. I'm right there with you.
You ready to review it?
I'm ready, bro.
All right, before we get into this review, let me explain how we like to do movie reviews on J3 Entertainment. First thing first, this is a spoiler-free review. So, ladies and gentlemen, please do not spoil this movie for anybody in the comment section down below unless this video's been up longer than 7 days.
Fair.
Truly appreciate that if you guys are going to handle that for me. I don't want to have to go in there and start, monitoring and deleting comments because some comments might be really dope. Just give it 7 days, please.
There you go.
First thing first, we like to talk about the good, the bad. Then we go ahead and give you guys the grade.
Perfect.
Ronan.
Yeah.
Let's get into the good of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Rebirth.
All right. So I will say going into the movie, their expectations were a little bit high. I think what this movie does well is as far as the setup, as far as suspense, getting to the park. There was little trinkets of suspense here and there. I thought that were really well done that we hadn't seen in a long time since literally the first 3 movies, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It had elements of that adventure and riding that line of horror. So that was kind of cool. It was like, okay, that's kind of a back to basics thing. We haven't seen that in a while.
Got you. For me, I'm going to be honest. I think the directing was really good. It goes hand in hand with the suspense idea.
Yeah.
You saw what they were building up, and the question is, was it going to be able to deliver? So we were getting that visually. Direction, the suspense was there. Gareth Edwards did a good job with that, and he's always done that. When you watch Godzilla, you watch Rogue One, he's always giving you that suspense. You know what I mean? So I think he did a really good job with direction on this movie.
His action set pieces were pretty cool too, though. So you got different styles of it, on land, on sea, in the jungle. So it was cool. And then they actually shot on location. That's very authentic too. We're so used to seeing green screen, so it's nice to be in actual real location. Get to live and breathe the jungles, the oceans, nature and stuff like that. The monsters that we did see, some were larger than life, others weren't, not so much, but it was still cool, new designs and stuff, because again, from the old trilogy, they were creating mutagens and, hybrids and stuff like that, so the way Gareth Edwards captures monsters is always an odd spectacle. Yeah, I'll give him that.
The pacing was really cool for me. We saw this at the midnight release. Release!
It's back, yo.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? So I took the family too, and midnight release. Right?
Finds a way.
So I was up.
Yeah, me too.
I wasn't sleepy.
Yeah.
And let me remind you, we did a stream.
Right.
Went to the movie theater. I had a chili cheeseburger, chili cheese fry.
Nice.
Chili cheese dog, a large Slurpee, some M&Ms.
Oh, damn.
And I was up.
Winning.
Wired.
Winning, y'all.
I was there. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
After that first, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, I can go to sleep on a show.
Oh, wow.
I can go to sleep on a movie.
Okay.
I've done it multiple times.
Yeah.
I'm up still. Okay. So, the pacing was good. It was entertaining. Kept me wired the whole time. I thought that was a really good thing, especially at a midnight release.
There it is, y'all. I will say it was cool to see moments from the book play out because we did get a tease in the trailer. The water raft scene was pretty cool. Like that was a good sequence. I like how they showed a new side of the T-Rex as far as like skill sets. Like when we had a couple scenes where they were seeing him for the first time, I thought that was really suspenseful, and it was scary because they was like, okay, he can swim. He can do this. He's actually being tactical. He's actually trying to outsmart the humans.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was new again. Even though we saw it before in the older movies, it was new again. So they played with the idea of trinkets from the novel, and we'll get to the cons and stuff later. But the pro is they gave us a little bit of that. Oh, okay, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, they gave a little bit of that.
Yeah.
For me, I would have to say Masha Ali did a phenomenal job. He never misses in his roles.
He's great.
He's very good at the roles, even if the movie is tremendously good or really bad. Marshall Ali really delivers his part.
He's the guy.
He always brings in his work, that smile, that courageous, that energy, that courage he has behind himself as an actor. You always see it, and you always feel warm and welcome when you're dealing with Marshall Ali. When he comes in, you never have that. I don't know if is he gonna disappoint me? Is he gonna be good? He always just has that look, and it's like, okay, I'm with it. You know what I mean? I'm with it. Let me see. What else did I like about the movie? It's a dinosaur movie. You have dinosaurs. You have creatures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what you come for that. But you stay for other things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we can talk about that. You come for the dinosaurs, which they were somewhat there. So I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
And that's all I got.
All right, so this will be my last good too. I will say this movie is titled Jurassic World, but I feel like it was more of a gigantic monster movie for me personally, the way it was set up and everything. The spectacle and the awe and stuff is there, but it's more about survival at this point. And I thought that was really cool. More of like a monster movie. So they hint on that stuff in the ways that they show the jungles and the way that they do the setup and the way the humans are predicted as small beings, like being out of their element, being in someone else's habitat, coming in someone else's home, trying to figure stuff out, being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So I like how they're like, oh, how they gonna get out of this? Like immediately. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was cool.
Okay. Yeah. All right, bro. You ready to get into the bad?
I'm ready, bro.
All right. Let me go first this time.
Do your thing.
Because I got a lot to take off my chest, man.
All right.
I got to get this off, man. I wore the Dare shirt and everything on purpose. Because
real.
how dare Universal title this movie Jurassic World Rebirth? Dun, dun, dun. How dare they call this movie Rebirth? Because when you see the trailer, you see the title, you're thinking, okay, reboot, rebirth. Right. There's no rebirth in this movie.
Nope.
I barely see any new different design dinosaurs.
Barely.
They just threw a bunch of shit together. There's no rebirth. The title is the biggest deceitful factor of this movie. They lied to us. You made us believe we were going to get a rebirth. And you got none of that.
Nope. I will say it goes back to the trailer for me that we reacted to, and now watching the movie, I felt like it was misleading information as far as what the story narrative was going to be. I thought we were going back to the 93 film.
Yep.
And exploring what Hammond was doing and what worked and what didn't, and why they were going to that island, what these dinosaurs really were. And knowing what was over there and going over there was a big no mistake. Instead of just having the mission, getting the DNA and getting out, and then periodically running into dinosaurs. Now that's different. But going there knowing that there's mutated reject dinosaurs was a stupid idea. So I felt like that they were weaving left and right, just trying to make it up as they go. But they had the trinkets of the concept set up, and they threw their concept out the window, basically.
Bro, every actor in this movie except for Marshall Ali was boo-boo. Scarlett Johansson was the biggest letdown in this whole movie. I was expecting something bigger and better. This is Black Widow, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
I was expecting to get a Black Widow. Instead, I got a house spider, Daddy Longleg.
Damn.
In the way. Shoot fly, don't bother me. That's exactly how I felt. These characters were not utilized properly. They gave this assumption that they were going to be some type of mercenaries, hunters, military, 10 years and 17 years in this game.
Yeah.
They all these skill tactics, and none of that even occurred. The education factor of Jurassic Park was thrown out the window completely. And this is one of the things I had a problem with Jurassic World. There was no scientific information in the movie. This is one thing about Jurassic Park series that made you really, really like the movie was the information. It was scientific information about dinosaurs that you were like interested in, intriguing. Okay, dinosaurs do this. This is how they hunt. Okay, give me something. You had none of that in this movie. They had the one scientist. What was his name? The actor that played him.
Oh, Bailey, Dr. Loomis.
Yeah, Dr. Loomis.
Yeah.
Dr. My ass.
Yeah.
Showed no scientific. He studied under Dr. Grant.
Right.
But he did everything stupid. They were walking around screaming, "Help! Hello!" You're on an uncharted island right now, bruh.
Restricted.
You don't know why are you making us noise?
Right.
Pissing anywhere they chose to, just laying scents, setting fires, campfires. What's going on? These animals are hunters. They're gonna hunt you.
Remember, they know that the monsters are out there. So
just making noise. It was so cringing watching it, because it's like, damn, y'all just threw out all the hunting factors. I thought you guys were, mercenaries, military base.
Yeah.
You would have some type of tactics that you would know about normal animals, but you just threw it out the window. Everything was thrown out the window watching this movie. I don't even want to spoil it with the brontosaurus, but it's just like, yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot.
It's stupid. Just stupid.
So I'll say going in, the scenes of suspense were cool. I felt like that they were conflicted when they wanted to go into survival horror mode. Like, they would hold back a lot of times. Just when the suspense was ramping up, you could tell like, oh, it's a family movie again, instead of going into Jurassic World. Keep in mind, we're in uncharted territory and with wild animals in their natural habitat. It needs to be a survival horror element. And I felt like when we did get that stuff, they held a lot back instead of just like going all in for it, because that's kind of why we're here. And that was kind of the basis of the movie, Rebirth. We're in their world now. They were in ours, now we're in theirs. Show them being wild animals. And I felt like when they wanted to do it, they didn't. It's like, oh, we got kids in here. It's like, this, let's set it up. And there was a lot of that. It was a lot of confliction with how we want to present the dinosaurs and what can we show when there's like a death on screen. I was like, I don't like that. I came to see, again, like he said, Rebirth. I want that novel, and I still haven't got that novel. Like, it's conflicting. It's a crime.
I took my kids to the movies to watch this movie, to watch fatalities. I didn't care. I was a parent guiding my children, say, hey, this is how people get eaten by these big ass dinosaurs. This is why you don't play with science, ladies and gentlemen. Don't play God. You know what I mean? Life will always find a way. This is what we were taught. They threw it out the window. The fatalities weren't even there, bro. You saw it. Most of them were off screen.
Yeah,
you
I
saw
with that too.
Only the bad guy gonna get eaten. You're gonna see that, because he's the bad guy.
Right.
All right. I want to see the children get eaten, bro. Show me your moves. Show me why you shouldn't be on this island. Dinosaurs don't discriminate.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a meal.
What kills the movie, because you go there for the dinosaur, but you don't have nothing else, and even the dinosaur's not even appealing. They don't even they. We're talking about a world that had dinosaurs, and no one's informed on how they behave, as if they never met these mugs today.
Because they were mutated. I'm gonna assume that they were mutated for quite some time. Like, we didn't even get a story or backstory, or even a little simple exposition on like what they were doing, or why that happened, or why they left them there, and were they working on something else, or was it like a feud between the dinosaurs, the ones that did work and the ones that didn't? So that would have been something different. Like, we could have been in the middle of the war between the dinosaurs, and they're fighting for territory or something.
Which would make sense,
and
right?
And they just happen to be there.
But for some reason, they just keep putting a T-Rex, who's not even as big as the massive dinosaur that's on that island. Yeah. But that T-Rex still living. Yeah. When you know the T-Rex is very territorial, and so is the larger forms, which means the T-Rex will be dead, because that's science. Because it's power over land. So this big old, what's it called, Adama Rex or X or whatever, he would have took out the T-Rex years ago. Yeah. Because why is he there? It's just like Dominion. Dominion. Just like Dominion. You had 3 lead predators of their time period on the same island. How? This doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't mix.
They would have killed each other off because they want to take control.
Yeah.
They just take the science out of the movie.
I would have taken that. Like, now that would have been a very intriguing movie, because now that's horror in itself. Just naturally, when you talk about nature, you got the National Geographic idea, and you basically got a dino blood feud going on. Yeah, and we just happen to be there.
Like, one crosses the line. Yep. He dips into the other island.
So now we got to get the DNA and get the heck out, because they had war.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, now we got a movie now.
No movie. Waste of time.
You got the rescue mission. You got the dino stuff going on. There you go. But, I mean, again, this is what I'm saying. This movie had all the trinkets to be great. Just because I like that it went simple. But it's like they went dumb because, again, like you said, the research wasn't there. But they had all the trinkets for a simple, fun monster movie. It wasn't hard work to do. Like the blueprint was already made. It was already made.
The movie does not satisfy you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You stay awake because you're waiting to see something, but it doesn't satisfy at all, man. And like I said,
I need this. Why can't y'all do this?
They can't. I went to tell my son, close your eyes.
Dude.
It's about to get real. None of that. All just if you knew anything about the other movies, don't come in and think it's gonna happen. It's not. All right, Ronan. Let's go ahead and give this movie the grade.
All right.
What you got, bro?
So, man, I'm going to say the highlight for this movie for me was Gareth Edwards. I think he's the shining light of this project. He's a great director, and he did the best he could with what he had to work with. And his visual spectacle and style is there. He brought some new energy, for the most part, to Jurassic World with his filmmaking. Everything else is kind of underwhelming. But moving forward, you got to do something different. Maybe in series, anthology, go rated R, or more movies. Don't be afraid to kill off your characters and just have a different cast every movie. People trying to, piggyback off the mistakes they made and maybe try a different idea to course correct or something new. I don't know. And maybe go into different subgenres with Jurassic Park, you know what I'm saying? But 2 out of 5 stars. That second star is for Gareth Edwards, man. Because he did his thing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I second that, man. I totally agree with everything you said. I think Gareth Edwards did a good job directing what he had. I love Mahershala Ali in here. He did a great job for what he had. Unfortunately, this movie was all, like you said, underwhelming. Scarlett Johansson was a big letdown in this movie. I was expecting so much more from her. I'm like, okay, she hasn't done a leading role since Black Widow.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's gonna come out and do this movie. It's gonna be lit. I've seen all her movies. I'm like, okay, she's about to give me some fire, and I got nothing. And the rest of the cast members were in the way. I did not care for them or their existence in this movie. But the good news is my son liked the movie. He was very enthusiastic about it, and he enjoyed every bit of it. And I guess with that being said, I enjoyed it too to a degree because my son was happy. Now my girl wasn't, my daughter wasn't happy, and my girl wasn't happy. Us three were like, hated it. That's exactly how it was.
There it is.
But around my son, we loved it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had a great time. But as soon as he went to bed, man, that discussion, that shit was weak.
Uh-oh. There it is. The truth shall set you free.
As soon as he went to sleep, man, that movie was trash, man.
Dang.
I will never, ever do that to my son, though. I would never ruin his experience because that's his experience. I want to make sure he has a great time no matter what. So it was worth it seeing his smile on his face. With that being said, I'll give this movie 2 stars out of 5.
Now that's a rebirth.
Man, as soon as he went to sleep, bruh, man, I put that Jaws on.
Yeah.
Man, I was
Recovery.
shit.
Spielberg, king of blockbusters. There it
They
is.
need to just get this movie back to Steven Spielberg, bro. Pay
that's-
him the money, and I'm saying it, and give him back this movie.
He ain't lying. Now, if he directs it, let him do this.
Golly.
We really win it because now he brought the book to life. Now he's about to adapt it. Oh, 2 for 2?
Yeah, man.
Come on.
Hey, just give it
What?
back to Steven Spielberg at this point. But hope you guys enjoyed the review. We kept it as honest and fair as possible.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Very much so.
Do you recommend people go and pay to watch this movie?
I don't, but I always say form your own opinions because I want to see if it lines up with what we said or whatnot because I'm really curious to hear what y'all got to say about this.
You ain't lying about
I
that.
was really excited for this. I was championing for this. You saw our reaction. So I got to know what y'all think. But form your own opinions. If you do go, matinee. Go on the weekend when it's cheap.
Yeah.
Like maybe $2 or $3.
Yeah.
Don't spend full price.
Yeah. I do recommend if you have kids that like dinosaurs and creatures and stuff like that, it might work in their favor like my son. He's really into that stuff right now.
Yeah.
So you might have a good time watching it with a smaller audience. You know what I'm saying? I don't think older audience will really truly appreciate this movie. You're going to be sick of it.
Man,
I wish
Jay.
Chris Pratt came in the middle of the theater and went, leave the theater, y'all. Go ahead and leave.
Dude, I keep thinking because J3 is really good at this. I'm so hurt right now because I love Jurassic Park, man. I think we should do a What Hollywood Should Do episode about what needs to be done with the Jurassic Park IP. We might have to do that, bro, because we always come up with good stuff.
Okay.
After what we just saw, it's on my mind, man. It's in my heart.
I do want a rebirth.
You know what I'm saying?
I want a rebirth.
We fans, man, like this is this should have not went this way.
Nope.
It shouldn't have.
Nope. Drinking dirty water and shit. Crazy.
Yeah. But
All
yeah.
right.
Hey, it is what it is.
If you're new to the channel, go ahead and press that subscribe button. Thumbs up this video. Don't forget to share it now. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Patreon, where you can get uncut and exclusive content only.
You know what to do.
Also, if you want to show this channel some love and you want some early reaction videos, live streams, go ahead and join the YouTube membership in the section down below.
It's only $5. What are you waiting for?
I'm J3.
Run the show, guy. Ninja Assassin.
Road to 100,000 subscribers.